Am I dating a narcissist? I know. Sometimes it's hard to differentiate between someone that's self-centered versus someone that has full-blown traits of narcissistic personality disorder. I have 5 helpful tips that I want to share with you when it comes to the red flags and what to look out for. My name is Vergia Davidson. I'm a mental health consultant. I help managers to keep top performers happy at work. Welcome to Strive Effect. Let's talk about it. So, what does it look like to have some of the traits of narcissistic personality disorder? Let's see what the definition says. Someone with narcissistic personality disorder has a serious inflated sense of self-importance. They think they're better than someone else and deserve special treatment. They lack empathy and are very manipulative. They're so manipulative that they'll do whatever it takes to get what they want. Dating a narcissist is no walk in the park. But the good news is they have the same pattern to the T. So if we can understand what the pattern is when we see it, we can definitely break free. The first one is charisma. They are so charismatic. So they will start to love bomb you, they'll whine you, and then they'll dine you. But be very certain that they'll start to slowly to chip away at your sense of self. Then all of a sudden you're like, huh? Where's the person that I fell in love with? So be mindful if it's everything so quick and so easy. I once had a client that was in a narcissistic relationship and she knew the signs, but it was so hard because of that love, that excitement that she had. So it was like, I can't wait to get back to that place. But the reality is, once they get you, they slowly draw you in. And it was hard for the person to actually come to terms with it. But that's okay. Acknowledging that this is a sign could be the first step towards healing. The second red flag is that they can be very abusive. Some physically, some psychologically, some it could be so subtle that you don't even know. What about those backhanded compliments or those jabs to help you to second guess yourself? That's not healthy either. We all look out for those physical abuse traits, or the yelling and the screaming, but it doesn't always look like that. These mind games can start to play tricks on you. The third red flag to look out for, and this one, it's really painful and it's really not easy. It's gaslighting. They tend to make you second guess who you are at the very core. I once had a client that was in this type of relationship and it was very clear that she needed to leave. But the way every single time that she would have an idea and then she would present it to that person, it would literally feel like she was going crazy. Everything her partner would deny, everything would be, you're crazy, you're making it up, you're so dramatic, to the point where she really started to second guess her sense of self. And it was really hard to see because you had this bright, brilliant person, but at the same time really struggling with her sense of confidence and her sense of reality. And if you notice, you constantly second guess yourself. And when you're like, okay, I know this to be true, yet this person is making you second guess, be mindful that this can be a harsh reality of a red flag. The fourth red flag is being two-faced. I once heard a story and it was really heartbreaking. And it was really sad to kind of reconcile the two. This person had 2 separate lives. This person was a beacon in the community. This person was always ready to be there. If there's anything you need, you call on that person. And it was so sad to hear that this person was an extreme narcissist. Where at home, this person was very abusive. And when I heard the other person's side, I was like, no way. No way in a million years you would tell me that this person is like this. But this is also another red flag. This Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. So if you're noticing that this person, is really too good to be true, check with the people around them. If you are starting to date someone, get to know their friends a little bit. As you get to know their friends a little bit, you'll start to see a little bit of crack in the armor. I'm not saying that everyone's going to be perfect to your standard, but getting the other side of the story can be very helpful. If it took me by surprise, that story, imagine someone that is in love or feeling like, wow, this person can do no wrong. And that's why it could be very hard for the person to leave. And the last tip I'll share is the isolation. Does your partner celebrate the fact that you have friends? Do they encourage you to get into your passions? Or maybe you're not someone that needs a whole bunch of friends. That's okay. Are they encouraging you in your passions and your hobbies? Or are they just trying to hoard you for themselves? Because for the narcissist, your number one job is to serve them. Your number one job is to inflate their ego. So if you can understand these signs, if you do see it, don't ignore it. Don't pretend that it's okay. So I encourage you to step back, reflect on some of the things I talked about. And if this sounds like you, don't be afraid to reach out for help. Because I know it could be a lonely road. It can be a road that could be so daunting. And with a little bit of help and patience, you can overcome it. You can get out of these relationships. I hope these tips were helpful. Be sure to like, share, and to subscribe. Until next time.